If you're an older subscriber of ours, you may remember our video about preparing for dungeons 68. That was one of the first Skyblock videos on our channel, and since the Pets V2 update, things have changed. So here is our updated guide for dungeons 69 preparation. Wait, dungeons counter 69? What does that mean? Well, some absolutely insane person went through every single video we have ever uploaded and counted how many times we had said dungeons. Of course, this also includes all of our non-Skyblock content, so naturally, I now have to go through over 200 spam comments on my videos. Thank you, Fidel Low. If I ever see you in real life, I will personally beat you to death with my own 2 hands. Oh, also, we just hit 20k subs. That's really cool, but we gotta go for 30k. If you haven't subscribed yet, then make sure you click that subscribe button. So in dungeons, it has been confirmed that there are 5 different classes: Archer, Berserker, Healer, Mage, and Tank. In dungeons, these classes will have their own items, but it's not dungeons yet, so that doesn't apply, and I'm going to do my best to tell you the items you should buy to prepare yourself in advance. This video is going to be relatively high budget, so if your budget is not high, there is another video about budget dungeons somewhere on your screen now. Archers should focus heavily on high damage and sacrifice their defense for attack, as they should not be getting close to the enemies and instead be dealing high damage. Unfortunately, in Skyblock, bows are incredibly good at being completely useless, so there is nothing currently useful that is special. Superior Dragon Armor is your best bet for this, if you can afford it, and the Runan's Bow is the best for that too. A Mosquito Bow is not recommended because it isn't that good, and we have a video about bows that you can watch on screen now. As for pets, the Ender Dragon or Skeleton Pet are the 2 pets I would recommend, but I have to be honest, Frozen Blaze Armor with a Blaze Pet is not a bad archer set. If you really want to be risky, an Elegant Tuxedo will make you super squishy but super high damage, as well as having the added perk of making you look like a huge brick. Berserker is the class that, up until Pets V2, every single player in Skyblock was. As a result, you probably are already prepared to be a Berserker, unless you are incredibly proactive, in which that case you are probably a massive virgin. The usual Midas Sword would go with any tank class, and carrying a Reaper Falchion would be a good idea, especially for the crypt in the first dungeon. As for pets, you have a few options, most notably the Ender Dragon, Tiger, Lion, Yeti, Pet Rock, Golem, Phoenix, Wither Skeleton, and the Blaze. Healers have never been popular in Skyblock, because Hypixel players hate anything involving helping other players. And if Hypixel released a dungeon class about healing your teammates, I guarantee all the edgy 14-year-olds would pick it and screw with randoms whilst calling them nuns. A healer needs a good mana pool, so Wise Dragon Armor is probably best, or Crystal Armor if you are fragile. It's okay, I won't judge. You're also going to want an Ornate Zombie Sword, Uwu Flux Orb, and some sort of Wand of Mending for yourself. A Jellyfish Pet is probably the best, as it shares your own healing with other people, but you can always get a Sheep or Phoenix if your budget is lower. Mages are like Archer, but more interesting and less functional. Intelligence has never actually properly scaled in Skyblock, but ability damage is supposed to be boosted by your intelligence stat as a percentage. Of course it doesn't do that because programming is hard, but believe me when I say mages will be extremely powerful in dungeons. A Wise Dragon Armor set is the best, and once again, Crystal Armor if you're fragile. A Sheep Pet is the pet for mages in dungeons, and it's not even close. I see you typing Guardian Pet in the comments, don't do that. I'm watching. The final class in dungeons is the Tank. Tanks are an important part of any dungeons team and are coincidentally the least fun you can possibly have in Skyblock. Your entire job is maximizing effective HP, and what better way to do that than with Mastiff? Haha, just kidding. Perfect tier 12 armor. Combined with a Reaper Mask, you can receive insane healing, and using a Reaper Scythe, you can summon distractions and extra DPS. I recommend pairing this with a Ghoul Pet if you are a hybrid Berserker tank, and otherwise a Whale, Elephant, Pet Rock, Phoenix, or Turtle. After watching this, I hope you guys can become something more interesting than a Berserker. You probably won't, and you'll probably complain about how you can't afford the items in this video, but that's not my problem.